guys, and welcome back to an episode of How to Build a Cruise Ship in Minecraft. Today we're going to be building the bar, the main bar. I know we've already built like 3 bars already, but this is going to be the main kind of hangout bar, and this is the ship's big money maker. So most ships do have kind of a bigger bar area. I know Carnival's is the Red Frog Pub. I don't know if Royal Caribbean has any. I just been on Carnival ships, so that's why. But we're going to continue on and finish the rest of this here promenade, as well as the bar. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is going to be a relatively big or good sized bar. So I'm going to go ahead and fill it with something nice, and let's actually see, because it's going to be the big money maker of the ship. And the reason I say that is because the bar makes a lot of money because of alcohol. I mean, let's be honest, that's the ship's money maker right there, is alcohol, as we've been stated before. Unfortunately, that's the cold reality of cruise lines, is that's where they make their money, is alcohol and booze. But it's something you have to know when building a cruise ship, and unfortunately, considering most of you guys are kids, it's just kind of the cold reality of it. So let's go ahead and fill this in. I'm going to keep it like blue themed because the name of the bar is going to be the Blue Whale Bar. That's just something I put on all my OCL cruise ships, so it's going to stay traditional. So I'm going to go ahead and let's fill it up with some maybe some cyan, blue, and light blue. Now you guys can make your bar however you want, and I just like to keep it like a main theme, just kind of going on the entire ship. I just think it looks nice, but you can do whatever you would like. I'm going to continue these quartz pillars because, as I've stated in previous videos, it's continuing the pattern, and kind of just the same thing. So it's continuing the pattern from right here. It just kind of keeps it looking consistent without looking like completely off, but it kind of adds that new mix of new carpet and everything. It just, I don't know, it's different. But I do want to make this look boxy, just because when you make the more boxier a room's going to be, typically that's the more room you have to work with. And that typically is going to help you a little bit more. Now this is going to be a wall right here, so I'm not even going to worry about that quartz right now. So let's go ahead, I'm going to continue the promenade. And you want to continue your promenade all the way to the back of the deck, because that is how your passengers are going to get from point A to point B primarily. It's kind of like a highway if you think of it. And that's what this beige thing represents, this beige line in the ground. That's what it represents, like I've stated in previous episodes. So now you can see you've created a pathway throughout the ship, all the way down, so that the passengers can in fact go and see the entire ship and use all of its amenities, and that's the point of a promenade. So you can go ahead, fill this back up with some wood. Actually, I believe, let's see. I think this is 5-1. Please be 5-1. It is 5-1. Okay. I'll go ahead and do the same over here. So go ahead and fill that up. Alright. The interior of the bar. Think for a minute. I actually like this wall, believe it or not. I like how I did this, so I'm actually going to do that in this one too. Again, it's the same with consistency. What did I do right here? Okay, I did. Okay. But you see, like notice, I always will look at what I've done in the past, because consistency, I just can't stress that enough. It is really, really important, because in architecture especially, it just kind of goes with the flow, because you don't want to have something completely random, because that just doesn't make sense. You want something fresh and new, but not too new. You know, it's just enough. You know, just enough to make it so that it looks nice. Because if you have it the exact same way, you know, all the way around the ship, it's just going to kind of be the same and boring. But if you have it completely different, people are going to get confused and say, oh, whoa, my mouse did something really weird right there. I apologize for that. But if you keep it like, it's really hard to explain like what's not consistent and what is. But if you keep everything the same, it's going to be like, oh, okay, well, that's boring. No creativity here. Whereas if you overkill it, it's like, okay, well, it feels like I'm in a circus. You know, everything's different. Wow, my mouse is acting weird today. Alright, so I'll go ahead and drill in these windows. I'm actually going to make a doorway right here, just because it's always a good idea to have kind of like an outside source of the outside of the deck every once in a while, so I think that's a really good spot for one, actually. So I'm going to go ahead, get some quartz, just like I did on that wall, again, keeping it consistent. Go ahead and fill these in. And as you see, we've created a nice light source for sunlight to come in, and it also looks nice. Go ahead and do that. Go all the way to the end. Same thing here. Oops, beacon. Stop it, beacon. Don't do that to me. But I'm leaving a hole right here because I want to put beacons right there. So that's why. Good light source as well. Just fill this one up. So I'll put the beacons right there. And now we have a light source there. And I'm also going to put them right here because, again, at night the sun's not going to shine, because if it did, then it would be really weird and it'd be daytime all day, and that would not be pleasant at all. I need my sleep. Alright, so go ahead, fill in the black glass panes. keeping consistent with the outside of the ship. And typically, black glass looks actually really good on the outside of cruise ships in specific. They just make the ship look a little bit more fancy, a little bit more modern. Just kind of like that. Make that. Alright. Get some doors. Like that. Alright, and I'll just do something like that. There we go. So now we have a doorway as well. And now we kind of made the outline of the bar. So, again, I'm going to keep this consistent. So I'm going to do the same type of pattern we got going on here, except just a little bit different. Just tiny different. If there's only going to be one difference, but we'll continue to do this. This will be the entrance, so we'll leave that there right there. We'll continue to go down. Like this. On. Here we are. Okay. So, one difference I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make the glass go all the way up. Like this, just as something new. As you notice, where up here I just put the stairs on top, but on this one I'm just gonna make the glass go all the way to the top. So I actually like it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do multicolored glass. I think that'd look kind of cool. But what if I did like a checkerboard pattern? And see, this again, this is some inspiration. Just kind of do like a checkerboard. Just do something creative. Like it's kind of cool because if you look at it this way, it's a checkerboard and it looks really cool. I don't know. Again, I get entertained by stupid things, so bear with me. But I think it looks cool. And just be creative with it. Have fun with it. Don't always worry about, oh, what looks realistic. Just do what's fun. Do what, you know, because, I mean, let's be honest, most things in Minecraft aren't going to be realistic. If you want 100% accuracy, I promise you'll never get it. I mean, if you want it, you have to build the engines like 3:1 scale. So just have fun with it and be creative. Use the creativity in your brain. Don't be afraid if it looks unrealistic or if you've never seen it before, because guess what? All those architects that built those cruise ships, they had the ideas too. They thought they were crazy, but then they designed it, and then, you know, stuff was born. There we are. And there we go. See, now we have a cool looking checkerboard pattern going down. And I'm going to take, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get some slabs. I'm going to get some quartz slabs. Kind of make like a type of roof going on over here that covers up the front of the bar. This. You know what? I'll do this. And I can get like stairs. Kind of make like pillars. And I don't know. It's just a cool little entrance. Again, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'll put this right here so I can make these things facing up. Put these right here. And then there we go. Voila! An entrance to the bar. Wonderful. Okay, I need lighting out here though, that's very apparent. So again, with lighting, just kind of fit it where it looks moderately decent. One thing that I think we're gonna do is I'm gonna continue this pattern. I think that'd make more sense. So I'm gonna continue from what we had on the previous promenade over here. I'm gonna break the glass right here, or break the wood. That's not glass. Man, I'm not okay. I'm gonna stack that like what, 4, maybe 5 or 6. Let's see, 6. Nope. Okay, 7. I just put in 78. Yep, I put in 78. Oh, my fingers are tired tonight. Bear with me. Alright, let's see. Then we want 7. Por favor. Gracias. Alright, that works. Just kind of fill this in. Just down there. Okay, there we go. Now we have lighting on the promenade deck. And I'm actually just going to continue this because I like where this is going. So we'll do the same thing here. Stack 7. I like how it adds like this lounge chairs on the side because then it just gives the passengers an opportunity. Don't do that. It gives the passengers an opportunity to kind of mix and mingle and, you know, just have like a sit down on the promenade deck and enjoy themselves. I like kind of like this. But one thing I would want to add actually is some tables. So let's do that. One thing that I do notice a lot on promenade decks is that you'll add like tables and chairs like this. And pretty much just because sometimes the bars are full, but you still want to just hang out with your friends. This is a great little, you know, U-shaped booth, and it will work out perfectly for those people that just want to hang out and look out to the ocean. It is great. I've seen it on several real cruise ships, so don't worry if you don't think it's realistic, because it 100% is. So I've seen it before, and it looks really, really cool, and it's also very, very convenient for your guests. All right, so I'm just gonna make this a sandstone wall. Like this. I'm gonna put a beacon. All right, there. And there we go. Now we have, you know, a nice little promenade deck going on. And if you want to, you know, you can add like trees on this side as well, like right here at the entrance of the bar. Again, I like greenery in ships. That's just me personally, but you know, you might be up to something else. And just be creative with it and try to be detailed. Like you'll notice, like even here, I'll put in Eyes of Ender just so that the tree has a stem, like that, and it makes a tree, which I've shown you guys before. And you guys are more than welcome to use this design. I 100% support you guys to use this design. You know, just little stuff like this, and it makes the ship look that much better. Just little things here and there. And there you go, you see, yeah, it's nice. Now, of course, it'd look better if it wasn't in a desert biome, because the trees look dead, but let's just imagine like they were alive. So, actually, let's not do that, because that's in front of the entrance. But there you go. See, you make like nice trees, now you have a promenade deck going on, so it looks pretty nice. Alright, so now we can make the bar area. So as you see, we have a lot of room to work with. And again, with the structural support, we're going to need support beams because in an architecture point of view, you definitely need something to support this room because this is not enough. So I'll just space them maybe like what, every 5 or 6 blocks. Let's do every 6 blocks. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Okay, so as you see, now we have support beams, and this just pretty much holds up the roof because if a space is too open, it'll cave in. Like, if you don't know what caving in means, it's kind of like where this, say this was a roof, it kind of bend down like this because of how much pressure is on top of it. So you need the support beams so that it balances out the pressure, if it makes sense. So it's kind of hard to explain, but you know, it makes sense. Just know what makes sense. There we go. That is the motto today, ladies and gentlemen. Just make sure it makes sense. Alright, so we're going to make the main bar along this wall, and let's do something else. Let's use maybe some brick. Let's go ahead and use this chiseled brick, and let's get a carpet for countertops. So for the bar, I'm going to make this one relatively big because this is the main bar of the cruise ship. So go ahead and make this go all the way down the line. We'll do this. Get a trapdoor. Oops. There we go. Now we'll go ahead, put the carpets on top. Again, these look like countertops, like maybe dark granite countertops, if you will. Really, whatever floats your boat. Like that. And go ahead, get some stairs, some stone brick stairs. You want to just put these on top just to kind of represent like a top of the bar, because sometimes in bars, what they'll have is on the other side they'll have like cupboards or something that you might store wine bottles or beer, you know, really whatever. You never know what they're gonna hide up there. It's kind of a scary dark pit of horribleness. But we will not talk about this scary dark pit of horribleness because this is supposed to be a kids show, and if I start talking about that, then parents will get mad. I promise that. Alright, so with that said, let's continue building this. And there we go. So now we have a thing going above. Now, of course, this looks kind of derpy because it really won't have a lot of support. So the thing is, you want to add, again, yep, you knew it, support beams. So I'm going to go ahead and get some cobblestone walls. And this is pretty much just going to support this guy up here. And I'm not going to space these any specifics because this is a relatively light, like if it was real, it'd be kind of light, so we don't need too many of them. So this should be good-ish. I'm actually going to move this one. So there we go. That should be fine. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and move these guys. I think I'll move those like 3. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now it gives us a lot more room to work with. Alright, so now we get to line it with bar stools, like this. I'll go ahead and we want to get a, what's it called? Pressure plate. Get a pressure plate. And you can get any of these really, whatever, what you want. I personally like this one. Well, I think that one looks cool. But whatever sinks your ship, that is what will work. Alright, so I'm going to space these every other one to, you know, have the max amount of people you can have in a bar. But the reason you don't want to space them together is because of this. It looks weird. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Just space them every other block and it should work perfectly fine. So I'm going to go ahead and press these on top. Oops. Just precision and accuracy. That is the goal here. All the way around. And there we go. Alright. So there you go, as you see, now we have a bar with bar stools. So perfect. Now on the inside of the bar, you can kind of be creative with it. I'm going to go ahead and just line these guys up. Those will be countertops where they can work and, you know, make martinis and do whatever they need to do. So I'm going to go ahead and get these trap doors and put them on top. Now, what this is these are going to look like cupboards afterwards. Like that. And as you see, it looks like cupboards where you store like wine bottles and everything. And you can do it up here too if you want. I'm just not going to because I don't think it looks as good. But that is what I would do. You can get some iron if you wanted, like this. You can get some iron doors as well. And what you could do is you could break these, and you can make 2 up like that, and then make 3 doors like this. Oops. Yeah, stop it. Stop it. And then you have refrigerators, which in a bar you'd need a lot of, so that's why I built 3. So 3 refrigerators going on there. You can get some brewing stands if you want. You can put some of these guys down. Oops. Ah, stop it. What are you doing today? There you go. You can put these guys down if you want. Put a couple of them down. One other thing is that you can get like a furnace. This. You're going to want some stone stairs and a pressure plate, like this one. And then what you want to do is you want to break about 2 or 3, which will just do 3 just to make it look like symmetrical. You want to do that, and you want to put the pressure plates on top, and you want to put this guy on top as well. And then you have an oven and a stove and a countertop. And then there you go, you have all the stuff that you need in order to operate this bar to its full potential. Now I'm going to go ahead and put beacons on top of here just so that we have decent lighting. Actually, I just realized something. If you have a carpet, if you build yours with a carpet floor, this is the perks. Put them in the floor like this. And I'll show you how to cover them here in a minute. I think I've shown this before on the series, but if this is the first time you've seen the series, then watch closely. Get some carpet, same color as the floor, which I'll just use light blue. And then hold down shift and go over to beacon like that. And then it covers it with carpet. Like that. Alright, and there you go. You can barely tell, and it also lights up the bar really well. So, there you go. There's your learning for the day. Bravo, you know how to cover up lights in Minecraft. Good job. Alright, so let's go ahead and make some chairs or tables, because you do need those, believe it or not, in a bar, because most bars do serve food. Or at least on cruise ships they do, and I believe in real life they do as well, but I could be wrong on that. I haven't been to one. So you can go ahead and do that. I'm putting in blocks like this to separate it, and you'll see why. So you get like glass like this, and then you pretty much just do that, and then it kind of separates the tables so that, you know, you don't have like kids like looking at you when you're sitting down. You know how the creepy eyes? Yeah, this will prevent that. Alright, and you want to put them in here like that. And these are pretty much tables. Then you get carpet. Any carpet will do. I just choose blue because again it goes with the theme. Put them on top of the chairs like, or fences like that, and you have a nice row of tables. You do the same thing over here. A couple blocks out here. Space them out. And I'll just make a table of 1, 2 right there because of the entrance. Which to be symmetrical, do the same thing on the other side. Going down and down. Okay, that's about it for that one. Alright, and then again, put down your fences. Like that. Alright, and then you want to get the carpets. Like that. And put them over, and then there you go, you have tables. More tables, which you do need a lot of, because this is kind of a restaurant if you want it to be. I mean, a lot of bars will be restaurants, and if you want it to be a restaurant, just think of it this way, you're just getting more revenue if you are the cruise line. So that's almost a good thing. It is a good thing. Just make the glass count like that. And there you have it. A nice row of chairs going there. And there's also another design for chairs you could do. I've shown this before on the series. You can just make... let's cover it. Okay. You can go ahead and make like something like that, and that just makes a group of 4 chairs surrounding 1 table, which is a thing, believe it or not. It's just really annoying because it's so small, and you have to share your food with, yeah, just you don't like it. But it is up to you whether you want to torture people or not. It's completely up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of these in. I'm trying to avoid those lights on the floor as much as I can, because I do know that they're there. Something like that. And we can probably put one right here as well, I'd imagine. Alright, there we go. Put down the fences. Yeah. That's fine as a beacon right here, but that's fine. No one's going to notice. Go put down the carpets like that. Alright. And there we go. Alright, and there you go. You have a bar that also serves as a restaurant. So, pretty much the key things is keep the same theme going on, because again, a lot of ships when it comes to design is a lot of theme, and it's just kind of like the same theme going on throughout the entire ship. Like as you can see, it kind of changes, which this one just kind of has a bluer theme because the name is Blue Whale Bar, so it makes sense, it's blue. But it also maintains with the quartz type of theme going along next to the dance club, next, you know, by over here, and also with the quartz going on over here. And also the entire time it maintains with the sandstone walls all the way back here through the promenade. And also keeps the greenery throughout. So as you see, we're kind of keeping the same themes, but yet changing it just a little bit throughout the ship, just to give it that extra character. So that is pretty much the key points of this tutorial, or this part of the episode. And I do believe that is about it for today. Thank you guys very much for watching and the support of the channel. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. Another disclaimer, I guess I keep getting these comments. It's constant. It really is constant. I'm not doing tutorials, do it block by block. I will never do tutorials like that because I think they're completely useless when you could just download the world. So if you're here for that, sorry, you're not going to get it. I mean, it's as simple as that. I do this for inspiration only and for people to get ideas, because that's how I learned. I just got ideas off other people. So that's how I think everyone else should learn, because if you're copying it, that's not really your ship, that's someone else's. So I think I do these videos so you guys can get ideas and, you know, all that stuff. Now, if you want to copy the ship, I always have it in the description below. It's always up for download. So if you want it, go down there and get it. And you don't have to actually build it block by block. You can actually just download it. Makes it 10 times faster. And but if you guys are actually here to get the inspiration for making things, thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next week. And as always, have an awesome day.